This is way too honest, but I'm going to say it anyways.
Welcome to the Way Too Honest podcast. My name is Tara.
And I'm Kristen.
So how was your week?
Mine actually, you know what? Mine was really good, really busy. Really, what has been going on? We gave Sir Gigabyte a nice bath.
And
he's all clean now.
Have we introduced Sir Gigabyte?
No, you can probably see just his butt. But we have a little Siberian Husky. If you watched episode 2, you saw he came over in the middle and, introduced himself
sweetest dog.
Pretty much only cares about Tara when she's here. I could be on fire and he wouldn't care, but that's fine because Tara's here.
And he's very sensitive when we get heated about topics as well.
So if there's ever a time when we get really excited and he's in the room, he will come over and make sure everything's okay. Other than that, life is normal. Work is fine. Mm-hmm. My leisure life is fine. Oh, wait. So yesterday, I told you I got like a massage membership.
Yeah.
So last night I splurged and I got, I did like an extra one like outside of my membership. Mm-hmm. I did a 90-minute massage. Oh my God. It was
heaven.
Oh my God. I don't know if it was this, like the woman that I had or whatever, but like, or maybe it's just like the extra time, but like she like tickled my scalp and she like stretched my neck around. Oh my God, it was the best one I've ever had. And now I'm like, how am I going to go back to a cute little 60-minute massage?
No, always do the 90. Always do the 90 because it's really 80 minutes.
Yeah, but oh my God, I'm just madly in love with her. Thank you so much. Like homegirl. And she was so cute. So normally when I get massages, like they don't talk to me. Homegirl was chatty. And it was kind of fun because she was telling me about her favorite things to buy at Costco.
Okay, so I used to be a licensed esthetician. Uh-huh. Third time it's come up, I think. But in this case, this is kind of funny. I used to work at a location, and usually the etiquette is that ask them questions about what they want, and then I would even start by saying, like, would you like a completely quiet environment or would you like to chat just to see? Because everyone's different. And if they didn't tell me anything, I just kind of defaulted to not talking. Well, there was this one woman who worked there. She was a masseuse. She wasn't an esthetician. But she said the wildest shit in sessions. And like, we would hear about it all the time. And I would talk to her and she would just, I remember when I met her, first of all, she told me her husband was in the NFL, which I thought was kind of crazy because I told her my cat is named after an NFL player. And she's like, oh my God, yeah, Corey was at our house last week. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And I give everyone the benefit of the doubt. I'm that person I'm super gullible because I just don't think anybody would lie.
Right.
So I was just kind of like, wait, back up. Why was Corey Perry at your house? She's like, oh yeah, him and Ryan Getzloff, who was a former captain of the Ducks, still the captain at the time. Yeah, they come over all the time and play with my husband because my husband plays for one of the NFL teams too, and they were like on a team together over the summer. And I, like literally with my I didn't no warning bells or red flags went off here. I was just like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Clearly I need to be really good friends with this woman, so
Obviously.
I'm invited over. And then as time went on, things got kind of weird. Apparently she was also a therapist on the side and she had 5 children and she would talk about them. So one was always in the hospital and I would ask like, does your husband get to be in town for any of this? And she's like, oh my gosh, no, we have a deal. Like he just goes and plays hockey and it's fine. Like she would just talk about these super like traumatic or like stressful experiences and then not actually, I don't know, kind of give them the emotional like space when talking about them. She just brushed them off. It was kind of weird. And then one day, I asked her, oh, how's your little boy who's in the hospital? And she's like, oh yeah, he died. And I said, oh my God, why are you at work? I'm so sorry. And she just goes, oh, it's totally fine. We have like 4 other kids. And I was like, thank you. And I was like,
that's not how that works.
Something is super amiss with this broad. And so I started talking to my other coworkers and stuff. And apparently this girl was just a complete pathological liar.
Okay.
And it was really easy to find out once you dug around a little bit.
Yeah.
And the person who was supposedly her husband played for the Pens. And
who are the Pens?
The Penguins.
Oh.
And
like the big
who have a huge following. Huge fan base. And it was just, I've never seen someone so bold and like literally making up an entire life to people for no reason at all. For no reason at all. My first exposure to like a complete pathological liar. And one of the big complaints I'm only thinking about now was that during her massages, she would like, against the client's will, just like dump all this shit on them too. And they'd be like, I don't want any of this information.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the fact that you got like someone that every time everyone finds a masseuse they love, I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you, because I've heard of some crazies.
Yeah, she was just so nice and like just so chill. And I really appreciated the fact that, because like I am really like bitchy about, you know, what I do with my time off.
Well,
and
me too.
So
Fair.
the fact that like I was gonna, I hate getting my nails done. I got them done today and it was literally an act of God. But like the active thought of like going somewhere to like lay around in theory for an hour and a half when I could be doing something else does not sit right with me. But I went at 8:30 at night when like Ryan was doing nothing but playing video games and Gig's ready for bed anyways. What else am I gonna do? It was the perfect thing, you know. 8:30 to 10 o'clock, get a nice little massage, go to bed, knock the fuck out.
The best time to do is right before you go to bed.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I fucking slept like a rock.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I'm incredibly jealous because I didn't sleep at all last night because I deal with insomnia. So
a dream. And none of your things worked.
I tried everything in my arsenal to the point where I was like, if I take one more thing to help me, like I'm afraid it's all gonna hit me at once and I'm just going to like I will have like accidentally overdosed on like melatonin or something like that. So I think anyone who's suffered from insomnia and just that feeling of not being able to sleep, and you know, thank God at least today's my day off.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as high stakes or whatever to think I had to wake up at a specific time. But the idea of tossing and turning is like one of the worst feelings ever. Yeah. And like I had my ASMR on. I was like going through different ASMR channels and I'm like, one of you work. I need one of you to work. And nothing worked. And everything was super annoying. Ugh. Tibetan singing bowls. I wanted to scream. They were not helping. Like it was a full moon last night, by the way. It was like a Capricorn.
Yeah, I heard it was like a big deal.
I heard they call it a buck moon, which is supposed to be like the brightest, fullest moon of the year. Don't hold me to that. That's just what I heard. I'm not witch or practice Wiccan or astrology, but that's what I heard. And so maybe I can blame the full moon, but my heart was racing all night. My anxiety was through the roof for like a completely unknown reason, but that's kind of sometimes how anxiety works. Nothing's going on, but your body's like, no, something is going on. We just don't know what it is. And I just couldn't sleep. It was terrible. I mean, I could go on forever about how bad it is, but it stinks. And I am very tired and I would love to have a massage and someone just like,
you should go.
knead my shoulders into a deep, peaceful 15-hour slumber.
Oh, that's what she did. And like it's sore right now and I'm like, oh.
Have you seen those I think they're Theraguns?
Yeah.
I really want one, but they have one for your face now and I'm really interested in it. And it does the same thing, but I'm kind of like, okay, how is this not going to break your jaw?
That's fair.
Apparently, you know, it's obviously going to be softer than if it was going for like your like quad muscle.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be really good if you always have like a tight jaw and like locked jaw. Because I mean, I'm the person that always needs those tweets that show up in the feed that are like, just a reminder, unclench your jaw. It's like, oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe that would be good. But I also don't trust myself not to overuse it. Yeah. And like just sit there like punching myself in the face.
That's why I don't have a Theragun, because I would, like those days when like my feet just hurt to no end, I would just beat the shit out of them with Theragun. I have no self-control.
I'm so curious. And I think the only thing that's put me off from like diving in is because they're so expensive. They're like $600, $700 or something.
I think it's not that bad though.
It's that bad for something you really don't even know if you want.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know. I feel like on machinery type stuff, their return policy is going to be like just wade through.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I would like one. You know whose face I would like to use a Theragun on?
Who?
Tristan Thompson. Can we talk about this?
But like, okay. Before we get into like all that like drama and tea and whatever, his cheeks are so like voluptuous.
They are.
They're so cute.
And he's got those dimples too.
Like, I know we're not supposed to like him and like good morning and good night to everybody except Tristan Thompson.
We can say someone's attractive and an asshole.
But like he literally has such a cute face. It's hard to believe that he's such a turd.
And I think that's honestly maybe what helps him. It's not the only reason, but helps him get away with some of this is that he has like a little boy.
Yeah.
Who me kind of look to him.
It's just so cute, actually.
He's an attractive guy. Yeah. But and the thing is, I've seen him on the Kardashians, and he comes across like someone who's like totally nice and normal too.
Yeah.
Like he
but
doesn't.
Also, so did Lamar.
No, Lamar, nice, yes, but Lamar was different. I feel like Lamar had his troubles, and like it was a bit different. I feel like with Tristan, everything he's doing is very much a choice you do not have to make, and you could easily choose to walk away from.
That's fair.
Easily choose to walk away from. Like the fact that it's obvious. I think the big thing with the surrogacy thing that they're in right now is that people are like, why would she do this after she broke up with him? Why would she after he cheated on her, 3 times? And I think the big thing is, if you look at the timeline, I'm pretty sure the surrogacy had already like taken.
Yeah.
When that news came out with I don't remember what the other woman's name is, but the one he slept with on his birthday.
Well, number one, thank God Chloe wasn't carrying the baby, because last time he did something fucking stupid, she went into labor.
Yeah, because she found out about it like right when she was due.
Yeah. So number one, thank God for that. Do we know how far along she is?
I heard a report the baby could already be born. But here's the thing. Chloe was just in Turks and Caicos with Kim and all the little girls.
She could be having a baby moon for her birthday.
Yes. So, and it's not that,
she's having a little baby boy.
She is having a boy. But like I said, I knew it was going to be a boy because she had given an interview or some sound clip or something like that about how she really wanted a boy when she had True.
She's going to be a good boy mom.
She seems like a really good mom anyway. I watched some of those episodes with the kids, everyone else's kids, and the amount that she's in, like, I don't want to say invested, but invested, but like also present for those kids, and basically the one that's taking care of them and entertaining them and letting them crawl all over her on vacations while Courtney like naps or whatever.
Yeah. Well, even remember when it was a couple years ago when Chloe took North, picked her up in a limo, like did the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that was really sweet.
That was so nice. Are you kidding? I was like a little 7-year-old, or I don't know how old she was turning. But if my aunt so by now everybody has met Gigabyte. He has made his presence known.
I guess.
But like if my aunt had picked me up when I was 7 in a limo and taken me to do whatever I want, oh my God, I would just think that I'm like the coolest person in the world.
My aunt did that for me. I was in high school.
Oh,
so
how fun.
Yeah, I was a little bit older, but it was a really fun experience. So like Chloe's definitely like the fun aunt for sure.
Oh yeah. I remember, I think the best birthday party I ever had when I was younger is there used to be this place called Katie's Tea Parties. And oh my God, I could not have been older than like maybe kindergarten, first grade. And like you go to this place, they give you these heels to wear. They have all these dresses, these feather boas and all this other garbage for you to put on. And then they do your hair and your makeup for you. And like you just sit around, like I remember it was a heart-shaped table. And they have these little teacups. It
sounds like the American Girl like tea shop they have in LA.
Yeah. It was just everything I could have imagined. So, and also the fact that like she got to go to, what'd she come home with, a lizard or something like that? Like whatever was right up her alley.
Oh God, I don't remember.
Like how fucking fun, you know?
Yeah.
I love that.
When I was a kid, I was a Discovery Zone kid. Do they have Discovery Zone where you grew up?
No.
Discovery Zone was the shit.
Is that like the Cube over here?
No. Sorry, I just remembered a really funny story about the Cube. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm so sorry to my best friend and her family because it definitely implicates them. But no, Discovery Zone was the shit. It was always in like a strip mall.
Okay.
And inside were just like separate rooms. And it was just like, it was a mix of like, trampoline park meets ball
fun.
pits. And it was just like, but it wasn't like as big, like the drops weren't as big and the pits weren't as deep. And it was just a place for you to like go crazy and crawl through like, McDonald's playground type tubes and into ball pits. But like, it was so fun. And I honestly wish they were still around without COVID, because with COVID, it's disgusting. But yeah, there was so fun and so many good memories. But the Discovery Cube that's off the 5 freeway here, because we have like a science, like little science museum.
They have dinosaurs outside.
They do have dinosaurs. If you don't know, that's what me and Kristen, we fucking love dinosaurs. Like we love them.
I love them so much.
And I'm sure we'll probably have a whole episode where, what's your favorite dinosaur? Well, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Play the March Madness of dinosaurs.
That's a fantastic idea. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
But it also, this museum to be like, you know, it's like a billboard or like icon thing off the freeway is a giant cube, like a Rubik's cube that's on its side, but it's not a Rubik's cube. And the borders light up, right? And so at night it looks really cool. It's all lit up.
Look cool.
And I think, I forget how the conversation came up, but my best friend and her older sister were driving, and her older sister asked about it. And my best friend said, yeah, it lights up every time a scientist makes a discovery. And her older sister was like, oh my God, that's so cool.
That is cool. That's not real.
That's absolutely not true.
It's like, wait, that's really cute.
It's just one of those stupid ass things, and like someone believes it. It lights up every time a scientist makes a discovery.
Oh fuck yeah! I would believe that in a heartbeat.
I mean, if it was true, it would be lit up all the time, probably anyway. I mean, big or small, someone's making a discovery somewhere.
Yeah,
someone's filing a patent somewhere. But I just always thought, I don't know why, that story always makes me laugh.
Last week I discovered there was caffeine-free Diet Coke.
This is true. And now,
I'm a scientist.
Now I'm drinking caffeine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the bottle noise, but it's not picking it up.
So if you haven't put it together, our theme today is the podcast, pop culture stories that we've kind of come across today, and we've kind of,
it's been a doozy of a week.
Yeah, we've kind of gotten we've had some high highs. Well, I've had some high highs, and we've had some like
I know what your high
lows. But I have to tell you about my high,
which is
because I win. So in case you live under a rock, Lea Michele, Rachel Berry. My
can
veins
finally
probably
die now.
My veins probably popping out so much. I need Botox so bad. Lea Michele is going to be Miss Fanny Bryce on Broadway in Funny Girl.
Someone remove the heel from Beanie Feldstein's head, please.
So many thoughts. So I have so many things. Okay, number one, let me tell you why this is all magical, and then we'll kind of get into the scandal of it all. This is magical because Glee was one of the most magical things for somebody who grew up in the arts. And like, it hit me at the perfect time. And I remember, like, I'm rewatching it now and seeing some of these scenes and like hearing some of these songs. I can tell you exactly where I was when this happened and like how it changed my life, right? So one of the songs that they did Born This Way, but part of their whole like shtick, that like episode, was they all wore white shirts and they all had like letters across their, like words across their shirts that said like something that they were insecure about, but they were born that way, so that's just what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
what did Quinn say? Blonde.
Maybe it was like teenage pregnancy or something, because she got pregnant in the show.
Yeah.
But I was going to a performance arts high school at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, our next spirit day was that. We all wore white shirts with words on it that like were about us and stuff like that. And I just thought that was the coolest fucking thing in the world. Anyways, all of that to say, Rachel Berry is one of my like fictional icons. I love her so much.
Sorry, when you say Rachel Berry, all I hear in my head is do 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 do,
yes.
like the Glee music.
Yes,
like not the music, but the whole like her walking down the hallway with like a very determined look on her face before a slushie is thrown at her.
Yeah,
do 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 do.
Yeah. So I love Rachel Berry. Rachel Berry is just an icon. I would just love to be her. I would love to have the confidence of her. You know, I love her. Anyways. If you've been a Glee fan for a really long time, you know that we've had some really shitty moments. We lost Corey Monteith. We lost Naya Rivera.
Oh, God.
You know, the whole other thing that happened.
I'm just going to say Puck. I'm not even going to say his real name.
Yeah. The whole Puck situation.
That shit.
And it's like, it's been a really shitty time.
The Naya Rivera stuff was really tragic.
Yeah. It's been a really shitty fucking time after Glee, like, pretty much ended to be a Glee fan. Nothing good has come of it. But here we are in 2022. We're going to hear Lea Michele, more importantly, the Rachel fucking Berry, sing her song, Don't Rain on My Parade?
I wish Lea Michele could hear this, because this tangent right now is exactly what Lea Michele wants everyone to think and feel. And exactly what she wants.
So here's the thing. All right, so let's talk about the whole scandal.
And I'm not hating on Lea Michele. I just think she's annoying as hell.
She is. But you know what? I feel like when you're as talented as that bitch is, when she opens up her mouth, she's unclockable. She is unclockable.
Yeah, but you don't
in
have
the
to,
talent.
True, but my beef comes from more stories I've heard of her allegedly being just an outright bitch to people on Glee, especially women of color.
Yes.
And that bugs me.
See, but
allegedly.
But that I wouldn't.
It doesn't allegedly bug me. It does bug me. It happened allegedly.
But that I wouldn't count as being annoying. I think those are two different things.
No, you're right.
I would be annoying as fuck if I would. Well, I already am annoying as fuck. But like,
very true. I know where you're going with this.
I would be so annoying if I was that talented as Lea Michele.
And
I would not shut the fuck up.
And beautiful, yeah.
Stunning. However, she did have that scandal, and I am not apologizing for her. I obviously was not there.
Hey, I'm a fan of some problematic ass people too,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, I can't say that was okay.
Yeah.
But I'm weirdly still a fan of them, and I hate that.
Yeah, but like, okay, so point blank, she's talented as fuck, right? This stuff happened years ago, right? All the things that I've heard are of her when the show was still running. I can't imagine these last 3-ish years have not been anything but fucking humbling for this woman. I mean, she didn't get to revive Funny Girl when she was the obvious choice. So she's not eligible for the Tony. She's not in Wicked, which is the other thing she was really like slighted for.
Yeah.
And I can imagine, and like this is also me probably wanting to believe the best in her. She's still really good friends with Darren Criss and Jonathan Groff. I put those two very high on my respect
Here's my thing,
chart.
Though. Her humbling experience over the past couple of years are career setbacks, which, yeah, is very humbling. Has she been affected by it? No one really knows if she has or hasn't. And in the past couple of years, I feel like we've all had really humbling experience that are far higher stakes because of what's been going on the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So I don't cut her a lot of slack. It remains to be seen. I'm not open to some redemption arc here for Lea Michele. And she did go through a lot. I mean, when Corey Monteith died, that's, that's awful.
But I
just think I think she's annoying, although she's allowed to be. On another level, she's annoying exactly like Gina Rodriguez is annoying to me.
Yes. But like, I just think maybe I just didn't read all of the stories or something like that, but everything that I had seen were things about how she was a nightmare and a bitch to work with on Glee. Glee ended years ago.
What has she done since Glee?
She had some like,
that wasn't Broadway.
No, it was like some show I think called like The Mayor on like Fox or whatever.
Okay.
But it didn't do very well.
Because I feel like on Broadway, however you act, there's a different litmus test for behavior if you're on Broadway, so you can't count it.
And then she just did like a couple albums. I know she did like a Christmas album and stuff like that.
Okay.
But other than that, really just
had
like,
a baby, got married, all that stuff.
Laid low. And like, I have not heard of her being a monster or anything like that.
What the?
Sorry, we just had like a disturbance. So I haven't heard of her being a monster in anywhere like the near recent times. And I feel like, and this is crazy of me probably, but like,
no, you're rooting for her. You're a fan. I get it.
But as far as cancel culture goes, I feel like you can't cancel somebody for something they did more than like 3-ish years ago, unless it's something absolutely heinous, like cannot learn from.
This is a total side tangent. I'm not going to take it, but I will say I do not believe cancel culture exists. I believe consequences exist, and cancel culture is not actually a thing, because if people actually made changes and came back and handled themselves professionally and with I don't know, humanity. I think anyone would be welcome back. I think there's a lot of instances of that happening. The thing is, people get canceled for things they absolutely should not be ever separated from. Like Woody Allen.
Yeah.
Like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, that is something I think you can never come back from.
Yes.
However, if
But Lea Michele.
like she did it years ago, right? I haven't heard anything in the near recent future or like recent past, right? So, and like I'm a completely different person than I was 3 years ago.
Okay, to be perfectly fair, I was the worst. Like the person I was in high school and in my early 20s, I would literally hate so much.
Same. And like that's why I feel like you have to kind of give a little bit of grace for things that happened so long ago. Was it absolutely fucked up? Yes. Absolutely fucked up. Like inexcusable, all of that. However, there is no evidence that she has not like learned from her mistakes, not taken the time to be like, ugh, I was an asshole.
Here's the thing. I think if for her, I think it's for most people who just think she's annoying, it's the kind of annoying of she's just so fucking talented and hasn't shut the fuck up about this role for 13 goddamn years. And now she got it and everyone likes Beanie. And so everyone's just kind of like, even though the reviews for Beanie were not hot. Yeah. So it's not like it's not valid. And there's apparently drama behind the scenes because apparently they have the same agent.
Yes, they do.
What happened there?
That is a conflict of interest, I think.
Yes. I mean, I don't know the sort of details, and I'm not an entertainment lawyer, but it does seem kind of sus. But
I would imagine they're getting a bigger kickback from Lea Michele getting this role than they are from Beanie Feldstein.
I would imagine so, yes. And I just think people being annoyed with her is so low stakes that it's more of the, oh yeah, she just annoys me. And so she comes back and she just lands this role and she does amazing and she's nothing but humble and grateful for it. Beautiful. Everyone will love her. Everyone will be like, okay, she's changed. She's different. Yes. I am not going to touch the other stuff because that's on her if she wants to ever touch that again.
Which she absolutely should if she hasn't already.
The thing is, so much shit was coming out around that time and still does about people all the time. I don't remember exactly what was said. I just remember what it involved and it was not good. So I think more people are just annoyed with her. So I don't think she actually has to do a lot, but show up, be professional and kill it.
Yeah. Well, and also too, like on a side note as well, like Broadway's a fucking business. You have to make money. Right?
Broadway's ruthless.
She has like almost 10 million followers just on Instagram alone. I don't know what Beanie has, but I can tell you it's not that. And you
no.
You do not have, like Beanie, as talented as she is and as wonderful as she is, we all who have like loved Glee for such a long time have had Rachel Berry, i.e. Lea Michele, ingrained in our head as Barbra Streisand funny girl. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So as a business standpoint, them announcing to have her is fucking fantastic. I was looking at tickets for opening night because I'm a snot and I want to go. There was not a seat under $460.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
And that was back garbage. You know? Like, it's a business. She's got the fan base and she's got the fucking talent. You know?
I feel like it's so like everyone's knows she's wanted to play this role forever and it's like not been a secret. And so when when they announced Funny Girl in general, people were like, oh shit, here it comes. And then it was Beanie and people were like, woo, we like this. Yeah. It's different. We love Beanie. And then of course, then Beanie steps away and everyone's like, oh fuck, this is it. This is coming. And then it happens and it's like, oh, here we go again. So I'm very excited for this because I think it's like I said, I think it's super drama filled. I think it's a great opportunity to see how Lea Michele handles this. If she's a smug bitch or if she just comes in very grateful, very humble and just kills it. And if she's smart, she will be very, very, very respectful, polite,
kind,
and
literally anything.
Yeah, to Beanie. Yes. And I'm sure she will be, honestly, because it'd be a really, really badly advised move to not. But
I will be on the cancel Lea Michele train if she comes back and is a monster.
I'm just trying to think of what celebrity would I be defending this hard? I'm trying to think.
Because so the reason why I'm defending her so hard, number one, I think that everybody deserves a chance to change. Mm-hmm. And I look at people like Lindsay Lohan and, you know, all of these people, right? They were child stars. She came from Broadway and then she gets Glee and she carries that fucking show. Her character
that
does.
show was a force when it came out.
Yeah. And so I can imagine just having yes people around you all the time. It changes your perception of reality. You know, just she said some horrible, heinous things, allegedly. Did some horrible, heinous things, allegedly. But I haven't heard anything of her doing it in the recent past. So she very well might have learned her lesson and changed and done some of the work that needed to be done with regards to that just as a whole. But also there's this whole narrative and like people find it so fucking funny that like they think that she can't read, right? There's this whole conspiracy theory that like Lea Michele can't read, and that is fine. I understand people wanting to bully her about something, completely understand. However, I think that is incredibly dangerous to other performers who potentially have a learning disability because
wait, why do people think she can't read? I feel like I zoned out for that part because she just takes a while to get to read it or
so
something?
Apparently when she was on Glee, she always had to have her lines fed to her.
Okay.
And then there's a bunch of other reasons, but the most recent one is when they did the cast recording for Spring Awakening. On her music stand, there was no music.
Okay.
And there was music on everybody else's.
But could she do it without the music?
Yeah.
Then who fucking cares?
Exactly. So that is ultimately like where I'm at. If, like I said, if it comes out that she's a monster, still, bye girl. I'm sorry. I am off your bandwagon. I'm done. But I believe everybody has the opportunity to change. And I am very excited to see somebody who I have looked up to. Like when
this is what I'm seeing. You're excited about Fanny Bryce, but you are so much more here for the Lea Michele redemption arc. This is your story. This is what you're here for.
Yes, but I love when like art, something that I love so much, happens in real life. This is the same thing as Zac and Vanessa dating in real life.
Zac and Vanessa.
Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah, they did it a long time.
Yeah, this is the same thing for me, except they didn't have a whole bunch of controversy.
I can't think of Vanessa Hudgens though without thinking of that awful video she did at the beginning of COVID where she was like,
"Oh, people are gonna die."
It was literally not. It was way worse. It was like, "Yeah, some of you are gonna die." It was like literally said like that.
That was terrible.
What? Also, she could defend wanting to go to Coachella.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So, but like I love things like that. Like, or whenever it was a couple years ago, I think during the pandemic when Miley Cyrus put on the Hannah Montana wig.
Oh, I don't remember this. I wasn't a Hannah Montana generation.
Okay.
I came before that.
Okay, so Hannah Montana, one of my idols. Miley Cyrus, I like her. Hannah Montana, I would fucking die for that bitch. Like, I love her so much. But she put on the wig, and then she like a lip sync or like something to Best of Both Worlds or something like that. And I thought for a brief second, because this was just when the Lizzie McGuire thing had gotten canceled.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, oh my God, it's happening. We're getting a Hannah Montana reboot. This is happening. It's the same thing. It's when
like Miley's too far beyond that.
Oh,
now.
she is. She's so far gone. And realistically, I knew that. But seeing it in real life, in real time, not staged, not nothing, happening, oh my God, nothing beats it. Nothing beats it.
Here's something that's way too honest, and no one is going to like hearing, but you all should know it's true deep down. This whole like problematic celebrity thing that we all kind of like, oh, I mean, like we all have one. And this is so much worse than anything Lea Michele said or did from what I can remember. But the way Harry Potter fans, and I'm a Harry Potter fan, by the way, Hufflepuff House, hang on with a death grip to that series, knowing the piece of shit who wrote it
J.K. Rowling,
as a con job. She wrote that and it was all about accepting who you are. And that's why a lot of people relate to it, especially people in the trans community.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and they're just like, I know for everybody else, Weinstein, Woody Allen, everything else, it's like you cannot separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
You cannot do it. It came from the mind of that person. That is the wellspring of it. that is not an excuse. But the second you mention Harry Potter, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And people can do what they want, and I get it. I do give the Harry Potter fan base a little.
Called it Harry Potty.
Harry Potty. That sounds gross. But Harry Potter fan base, like a big old side eye, including myself. People are allowed to like things. I get it, but I'm just kind of like, it always has kind of bugged me because it's like that one is untouchable for some reason.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's untouchable.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I think it's because she has one great work that is the Harry Potter like franchise and series, where other people have
and truly one great work. Because have you seen the Fantastic Beasts series?
Yeah, I actually have.
What a steaming pile of shit movies 2 and 3 are.
But like,
wow,
like, you know, everybody else has like little pieces of work here and there. Mm-hmm. Where there's nothing that people were like, my God, this single-handedly changed my life.
Well, didn't she write some books under like a name like Robert Galbraith or Galbraith or something?
I don't know. I'm not super well versed in.
Yeah, she wrote like non-Harry Potter books. Like she wrote adult fiction as like under the pseudonym, but everyone knew it was her. I honestly think it was like Richard Galbraith or something. If I'm even saying that right. And then I think one of those streaming channels adapted it. It had to do with like crimes in a small town in England. I don't know. Stupid. It looks super fucking boring.
So who are your problematic celebrities that you support?
Oh, pretty much anyone that signed that Roman Polanski petition to get him like, I don't remember what it was for exactly, to get him reinstated, to allow him back into the US, to allow him to keep his awards. I don't remember what facet of his career this petition pertained to, but so many celebrities signed it in defense of Roman Polanski. And 2 of them were Harrison Ford and Natalie Portman.
Oh.
And
God, that motherfucker's old, isn't he?
Oh my God.
He will not let Indiana Jones die.
I think it's his birthday today or yesterday.
Oh, yay. Happy birthday, Mr. Clark.
I know, happy birthday. And see, as I'm like shitting on Harry Potter fans, I'm like, but y'all can't touch Harrison Ford. The man almost like took off the top of a commercial airliner as he flew into John Wayne a couple of years ago. But still, you cannot, like, he had like his little list. I love Harrison Ford. He is probably my favorite movie star,
really?
Like of the movie star generation.
Right.
The Patrick Swayzes, the Tom Cruises, I'm trying to think of who else is like a movie star.
Do you notice that Tom Cruise plays the same person over and over and over again?
Yes.
How boring. But I'm sorry, you're a Scientologist and you're supposed to save the world. Good fucking luck. You play the same thing over and over again.
But as long as he's running on screen, he's good. Because he's the best on-screen runner. That guy can run. Have you seen Far and Away?
No.
Far and Away is a movie he did when he was married to Nicole Kidman.
Amazing.
So Bad It's Good. It's a Ron Howard film. And it's a long one. And it's about, he's a peasant in Ireland. And he's under the landlord system. Mm-hmm. And Nicole Kidman is the daughter of his landlord.
Oh my God.
And she is like that girl that's like, I must escape my gilded cage. And I can't do an Irish accent, but she does it in an Irish accent. And she wants to go to America so she can run in the races for the free land they gave out in the 1800s. And in like Oklahoma territory. And he's about to be like shot and killed for like attacking someone, and so he escapes with her. They go there, and it's about them trying to like make it in America, starting out destitute because she has what she brought is it's a really iconic scene actually. But anyway, they end up there destitute despite the fact she's rich, and of course it's a romance. It's this epic like crossing oceans, you know, period timepiece, and it's and Greg from Dharma and Greg is the villain. Is that not the most 90s thing ever?
Can I tell you that you are way smarter than I will ever be? Because you keep saying all these vocabulary words. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like Greg from Dharma and Greg?
I've never heard of that in my entire life.
You've never heard of the show Dharma and Greg?
No.
That's not like a thing that makes you smart. That's just a show.
No, but you said like destitute. I don't know what the fuck destitute means.
You don't know what destitute means? No. Destitute basically means
here
like you have nothing. You don't have a house. You don't have money. Bitch. You are left. But it's usually in reference to like you were left destitute. Like something happened that wiped you out.
Okay, so like the Titanic. Great.
Yes. Like, well, yeah. I mean, if you were in third class, you were definitely destitute after the Titanic.
Well, yeah.
If you survived it.
Unless you were Rose and you had that fucking heart of the ocean, but whatever.
Exactly. And I think anyone in the first class still had.
She also got away with murder, but whatever.
Yeah. But like, I mean, that's what destitute means.
Okay.
But it's a real good movie. So bad it's good. It's Like Tom Cruise's Irish accent is so bad. Like Nicole Kidman hangs in there because she I don't know, like she naturally has an accent. We all naturally have an accent, which is stupid. We just can't hear ours. But I feel like it's maybe easier to go from Australian to Irish for some reason because it kind of sounds English and Irish kind of sounds I have no idea. But she could do it. He could absolutely not do it. Yeah. And especially whenever his character had to yell or get mad, he would immediately drop into the American accent and it didn't even, like, they didn't even try.
Amazing.
Like, it was...
We love continuity.
We love continuity. But that was like one of the 2 movies they did. No, three movies they did as a married couple. Eyes Wide Shut, Far and Away, and the one they met on, which was Days of Thunder, which I've never watched.
Okay.
That was when her curly hair was like, wow. Like, wowza. But,
amazing.
Yeah, I think for movie stars, Harrison Ford's probably my favorite. Like, oh my God, I love him. And then it's like he did this problematic thing, and I'm sure he's done and said other things if I went looking for it. And it just like, I just have like freaking blinder goggles on. Yeah. I'm like, not my Han Solo, not my Harrison Ford. So, I mean, we all have a person.
You know what I think my problem is, to be honest with you? Mm-hmm. I think that my love for people's fictional characters
that's everyone's problem.
Who I think they are in real life. Because like the reason I'm on this Lea Michele arc is because I believe so heavily in Rachel Berry, and you mentioned Gina Rodriguez.
Yeah,
I fucking love Jane the Virgin.
Oh no, that show was amazing. It was so good.
There are no words for how much I love Jane the Virgin. And then, like, I don't know.
You can love Jane and be like, Gina Rodriguez is a fucking mess.
But remember, right before we started this, we were talking about you and Penn, whatever the fuck his name is.
Penn Badgley?
Yeah. He's not a real human. He's fucking Dan Humphrey.
Oh, because I was asking you if you've seen other things he's been in.
He's goddamn Gossip Girl. He literally is never allowed.
He seems like a pretty chill, cool guy, actually.
But, like, anything that I love so much that like ranks up there, and like I was telling you, my top 10 movies or TV shows, that is all they ever are. Like, I stopped thinking that they could do anything else.
So my favorite show of all time is not something I grew up with, but I don't know how many times I've rewatched Mad Men. I will speak about the greatness and the wonders of the writing and the slow burn of Mad Men and the character development forever. And I'll bore the shit out of everyone listening, so I'm not going to do it. But there is a character.
It better not be fucking Peggy Olson.
No.
Okay.
No, Elizabeth Olsen's an amazing actress. I mean, she's in other things. I can see her as a lot of other people besides Peggy. And even John Hamm, he does amazing comedy, way outside of anything he did on Mad Men. But the guy who played Pete Campbell, Vincent Kartheiser, who I also read stories kind of a dick, but I don't know. Allegedly, whatever. But Pete Campbell's my favorite character on Mad Men, which if you watch Mad Men, someone is listening going, why the fuck is that guy your favorite character? He just is. He has the best character arc. I'm going to end it there. But he's one that's married to Alexis Bledel in real life, which is so fucking weird because they look...
Sister in Traveling Pants?
They look exactly alike. They look like their brother and sister. It's so creepy. But okay, I know that's like a thing with people sometimes. Yeah. Like, I think Edward Norton and his wife look a lot alike too.
Wait, that's the girl who played Rory, right?
Yeah.
Ew.
She did a guest star on Mad Men, and that's how they met.
She's in Mad Men?
Yeah, for like
I couldn't
3
get past,
episodes maybe?
I could get past the first season. I'll have to go back.
Oh, it's like I said, it's a very slow burn.
It is a very... Girl.
Yeah. But it's so good. Okay, anyway. But if I see that guy, Vincent Kartheiser, in anything else, I'm just like, it's Pete Campbell. Pete Campbell.
Yeah.
And like even now, I had trouble remembering his name. And he's my favorite character in my favorite show. I'm like, Pete Campbell.
Oh, yeah. No, I to be honest with you, I think that's what it is. I think I just get so engulfed in who that character is, like Leighton Meester. I love her.
Oh, by the way, props to her for landing Adam Brody.
I know.
Cutest couple ever.
So handsome.
He seems like such a cool guy.
But like, she is Blair Waldorf. And when Gossip Girl was out, she did a guest starring thing in a Cobra Starship song called Good Girls Go Bad. That is not Leighton Meester. That's fucking Blair Waldorf. I sincerely cannot separate the two. But only for things that I have such a high love for. For things that like...
I think a lot of people, especially if you grew up in the Tumblr generation, will always have that thing where they're like in love with the fictional character.
Yeah.
And like they will not be able to separate it from the
Yeah.
actor. Like they'll always be them. I'm sure there's a ton of people who were into Twilight. And I was a Twilighter, but I was older.
My mom's a Twilight.
I remember you saying that. And like, I
so
think
cute.
there are people that like still see all those characters as exactly who they are. I mean, to be fair, like almost every single supporting character in that movie, like literally never did anything else like but that movie. So
Taylor did.
Taylor Lautner?
Yeah.
What the fuck did he do?
Oh my God, he did this one movie.
Oh wait, did he that whole movie where he like parkoured the whole time, right?
Yeah, with Lily Collins.
Wait, was it actually called parkour?
No. Oh God, what was it? I don't remember what it was called, but it was actually pretty good.
Never saw it.
He's also, to be honest with you, one of the hottest people on the entire planet.
Ew, oh my God, to me, he has the most punchable face ever.
Very punchable, but
He looks like a pug dog.
He also did a movie.
I'm so sorry, Taylor Lautner, not that you're ever listening. I'm sure you're very nice, but I don't like your face.
He did a movie years ago, like when they were still kids. It was Kristen Stewart. It was a Disney movie. Kristen Stewart, I'm gonna fuck up his name, Max Theorot, I think, and Taylor Lautner. And it was called Catch That Kid. And that
I've seen Catch That Kid.
Yeah, they were both in it. And they were both fantastic.
They were both in it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then every time I think of Taylor Lautner in Twilight, I see him in that green screen thing when he's supposed to be the wolf and she's like petting
she's
him and
petting
he's
his head.
like-
I've seen that too.
So that has made him significantly less attractive. But before I saw that scene, he was very attractive.
I think Robert Pattinson is extremely attractive. I don't find him attractive in the Twilight movies, and I think it's
never
the character.
fight over the same men.
No, I know we really won't. I'm a picky bitch, but there's something about, and like I said, I think it's the way he plays the character. There's just nothing there with Edward when I watch it. Like I liked the books until I got to the fourth one.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what the fuck is this? Like my best friend at the time was reading it like at the same time as me. We picked it up at midnight. Mm-hmm. When we got to the end of like part one, she literally called me and was like, are you at the end of part one yet? And I'm like, no. She's like, where are you? I'm like, they're still in Brazil. And she's like, you gotta call me when you get to the end. And then like I did, and we were both like, what the fuck is this baby shit? What did I just get hooked into?
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to be reading? And now Jacob gets a perspective. This book is
gross.
a dumpster fire. This book is a dumpster fire. And that wasn't even before you got to the Renesmee.
Yeah.
Which I think is just part of the zeitgeist now or whatever. Yeah. So, like, it's not that big of a deal. But,
how
like,
he imprinted on a little baby, which is disgusting.
Oh, my God.
Which also kind of leads us into our next.
Oh, my God, it does. Ew. Okay, so we were reading right before we started the pod, recording it. Okay, so apparently Elon Musk's dad is named Errol. I mean, Errol Flynn is the only other Errol I know. And there's an article I can read about it. But
literally 77 years old.
76.
76,
so
sorry.
literally 76. But
spry guy.
Very spry guy. Let's give him the year. So I'm going to pull up the article in a second. But basically, I almost said Errol Flynn again. Errol Musk at 76 just had a baby with a 36-year-old woman.
Which, to be honest with you, not here to age shame, whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Live your life.
That's not the problem.
That's not the problem.
I mean, you could, if you looked into it, I'm sure there is one. But the problem is, it's his stepdaughter that he has known and raised since she was 4 years old.
I thought it was his previous stepdaughter.
No, he was married to her mom.
Yeah, but like, aren't they like not together anymore? So like now he's like not her stepfather.
Oh no! I mean, no. I mean, I would didn't read that part, but I would assume he's divorced from the wife, his wife's mother.
Oh, this is so
or
gross.
His lover's mother.
This is so gross.
Oh my God. And I just like,
Ew.
and then there's like sound bites or quotes from him in the article that are just fucking bonkers. Like about how reproducing the earth is the most important thing we can do. And by the way, I am so fucking over that tagline.
Yep, no,
but
ew.
And he was saying, but he acknowledges that the viability of a relationship between like someone in their 70s and someone in their 30s will just never work. There's just not enough in common. But popping out kids is like perfect. Like, yeah. So yeah, let's have kids.
I can still fuck you. That's
yeah,
fine.
I can still fuck you. You can still have my children, but there's no fucking way like I'm gonna date you or marry you. And that's not even touching on the fact he raised her from childhood.
That's disgusting.
So fucking gross. What is wrong with this family? I swear to...
Well, yeah, and Elon just had twins with somebody at his company, which, I mean, I don't know how like HR works.
And he must have been with Grimes at the time, just from the crossover.
Because they also just had another baby.
Yeah, I mean, what was she photographed with those extremely staged photos of her reading Karl Marx in the street?
Oh my god,
because that was right.
I didn't even know that.
You didn't see those?
No,
I'm pulling it up.
I don't keep up with the whole Musk train.
So right when they broke up, she like very obviously staged these pat photos of her to be like leaning against a pole and like a crosswalk in downtown Los Angeles, like just casually reading the Communist Manifesto, as like a big, you know, like obviously like fuck you to like her ex. Grimes Communist Manifesto. I'll just put Grimes Karl Marx. I mean,
like, so
she literally looks like she's an extra on Hocus Pocus too.
What the fuck is this cape behind?
That's what I mean. She looks like one of the Sanderson sisters.
She does, but also okay. So here's the thing. Why?
I mean, that it's just Grimes. That's just...
And also, again, maybe I'm just stupid, and that is completely a viable option.
I doubt that.
Who the fuck would choose to read something like that?
The Communist Manifesto?
Yeah.
I would absolutely read it.
Why?
Because I want to know more about it. And dude wasn't wrong about some things.
Isn't there like some drunk history thing that you can just watch on it instead?
Oh yeah, and I would totally do that option.
Yeah, like why the fuck would you read that? Like I don't like to read books unless they're like essentially some like a Hallmark sort of story with porn in it.
Okay, so side note, there's my favorite drunk history episode ever is one where Karl Sagan, way better Carl. Carl's, you don't know who Carl. We just had those NASA photos released, and you don't know who Carl Sagan is?
No, is he an astronaut?
He is a. Oh God, I don't know.
The only person I know is Mark Saban, I think, or Nick Saban.
I'm trying to find out let me Google what Carl Sagan's actual like kind of title is as like a educator. But he was the person who hosted. Was it just called The Cosmos?
Like Wanda
and
Cosmo?
Wanda and Cosmo.
Yeah, like from the Fairy Godparents.
I never watched that. Man, our like different generations are really smacking together this episode. Today. Yeah. No, he hosted a PBS show, and have you heard the phrase the pale blue dot?
No.
So okay, oh my gosh.
Title for this episode.
It's Carl Sagan.
Tara teaches Kristen things.
So Carl Sagan was the Neil deGrasse Tyson or Neil deGrasse Tyson, however you say his name, of like the 80s and the 90s. He was, I don't know, like I said, I need to look it up. If he was an astronomer, a physicist, mathematician, he was in love with the cosmos and space, and he was just so excited about it, and he wanted to make it learnable and achievable to learn and understand to everybody. So he hosted PBS series on it. He was just super stoked on it, and he wrote a book called Contact, which they made him into a movie with Jodie Foster, which is the best sci-fi movie ever made.
Trixie and Katya talk about that a lot.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah, Katya loves that movie.
Oh my gosh, Contact is amazing. And he wrote that book, and then he passed away right before it came out. And so it's like the book is like the movie is like dedicated to him at the end. It's like for Carl.
Oh, sweet.
And his wife, and if you ever have a chance to read it, if you look up what his wife said in an interview about him after he passed away, because they were atheists. They were very much like driven by science, and the way she spoke about him regarding their beliefs and the fact he wasn't here anymore was honestly just incredibly beautiful and very succinct and very non-surprising for someone that Carl Sagan fell in love with. So if you ever have a chance to read that, I would urge you to, just because it's just really beautiful, and just like everything Carl Sagan would do. But the pale blue dot was a phrase he used to refer to Earth. So,
okay.
I don't remember what telescope it was, probably the Hubble telescope, but some telescope we sent way out there, not the one we just got images back from. When it reached like the edge of our solar system, basically, it turned around and you could see Earth in the image, and it was just this tiny, itty bitty pale blue dot. And so there's just this really famous saying about like, every war that's ever been fought, every argument you've ever had, everyone you've ever hated, everyone you've ever loved, everyone you've ever read about, everything you've ever known, all existed on this pale blue dot, like floating as debris through space. Like it basically is really trying to make everything seem completely insignificant, to then come back around and make you realize like everything is significant. Everything is insignificant at the same time. Everything is significant. Carl Sagan's amazing, but the drunk history episode was about some guy that was trying to teach like English to dolphins, like so they could. I'm not even kidding.
Amazing.
And the guy wrote a book on it, and Carl Sagan, who was trying to figure out a way, and he was being commissioned by the government, I think, to figure out a way to write a language that aliens could understand if they ever came into contact with us. Read this guy's book about teaching English to dolphins and was just like, in the drunk history episode, I'm sure it did not happen like this. He was just like, whoa, let's blow my fucking mind. Like dolphins talking. And he like goes and he like helps this guy set up an aquarium in like the Bahamas or somewhere. Anyway, the story ends with one of the marine biologists, a woman, forming a sexual relationship with one of the dolphins.
I saw a TikTok today.
Okay, please. Was it also that?
It was. Kind of. So she was sitting on the dock, and then the dolphin jumped up and started like humping. Obviously, she wasn't participating.
Oh yeah, that happens.
But
sometimes.
I was just like,
yeah, I've seen dolphins be kind of aggressive about it.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. I've seen videos like that. Also, otters, not with humans, but otters can be very not nice, lovable creatures when it comes to that either.
Gross. Okay, sorry. We have to talk about this. Okay, so you and I talk about the megalodon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Again,
so,
we love dinosaurs.
So I pretty much take all of this like Shark Week, shark garbage, right? Because I want to know about the megalodon. Just hoping, praying that.
Did you ever watch The Meg?
No. But there's a show on Disney Plus called 50 Shades of Sharks.
Okay. Is it dominatrix sharks? What are we getting into here?
So within the first 5 minutes, because that's all I could really stomach, I'm assuming it was Nat Geo or like Discovery or something. You see these two sharks try to have sex with this one female, and that's completely fine. Whatever, I get it. Rule like law of the land. All of a sudden, we're less than maybe 5 minutes in.
A bigger shark comes and eats both men?
No. An eel tries to chomp off one of the shark's dicks. And it was just like...
The ocean is so fucking weird, man. It's just so weird.
Like,
But also, this could just be like a crazy night in downtown LA. Like, I mean, like...
But I was just, like, like I said, I could only stomach about the first 5 minutes of it because I thought it was weird.
Wait, is that why it was called 50 Shades of?
Was
it like all weird, like asexual encounters?
I don't know. I don't know.
On Disney Plus?
On Disney Plus.
I'm gonna have to look this up.
And I think it came out in 2020. Like I said, I couldn't stomach more than 5 minutes, so I have no idea what the rest of it is. But I was like, this motherfucker really just tried to chop off his dick.
And he was not successful?
No.
Oh, well, did the sharks eat it?
No.
He just tried and was like,
swam away. But like it put up a good fight. Like it's just like, okay.
I'm surprised one of the sharks weren't like, well, maybe that's a better deal. Like, I don't know.
Well, it was kind of interesting too, because like it was kind of aggressive with the two men and the female.
Of course, it always is in the animal kingdom.
So then naturally, girls support girls. So that when this eel comes along, like, you fucking get him. How fucking dare he? You know? Like, and then chop his dick off, chop his dick off.
We need an eel to come around when ducks start mating, because ducks can get very aggressive and mean.
Yes. I've had to throw mustard packets at them to get them to stop.
Yeah, the little female's like screaming, like drowning her.
Yeah.
I'm just like, God damn.
That's enough.
Why are men so awful everywhere? Everywhere. Women are never safe.
Listen, hold on. If it's any man like this Andrew Tate guy.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I saw this man come up on like a podcast some other place, and he was fucking foul. Okay?
Yeah.
I already know that. But you know, sometimes like you see podcasts and you don't really like, you know, they're terrible, but you don't really care enough to look too much into it.
Yeah, because someone's like objectively awful. You're just like, okay, well, that person's bad. I don't need to devote any more time.
Right. Trash ass human. So then I was scrolling earlier on TikTok, and the Best Friends podcast with like Dave Portnoy and all these other people had him on. And so last episode we talked about OnlyFans. right? And how it's a beautiful thing because now women can charge whatever the fuck they want to because they set their own prices, right? This fucking man thinks that if you are a woman with a man and you make OnlyFans content, your man is then entitled to a portion of your earnings.
But here's my question. Besides ill, which isn't a question, it's a statement, but what is this because like emotional distress? Like I have to watch you make this stuff for a living and it's so hard being your partner? Or is it like I own you?
So he refused to say that he views women as property, but he said, no, you belong to the man.
Okay, so you clearly
which is
view
fucking
women as
property, bitch. You belong to the man. And therefore he is invested in your parts. So you selling that, he deserves a kickback from. Are you fucking kidding me?
Honestly, it's amazing how not shocked I am by these comments because so many men, I feel like, I mean, hopefully none that I know personally, but like probably on the dark web or people who actually, or people, I don't know. I just hear these thoughts and like to them, it seems they announce these opinions as if it's so logical.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like their personal right. Like it's absolutely nuts to me.
You sound like a fucking loser, number one. And number two, so then obviously.
If you have to view women as property.
Yeah. You're a fucking loser.
You literally the most insecure person in the world.
So then first and foremost, the way that he is speaking is so fucking rude. I literally just want to shove a fucking sock in his mouth.
Oh, he just got one. He's just one of those.
Stop talking. He speaks so aggressively and just so
definitely not a potential cult leader because he can't even deliver his shitty self-serving message in a captivating way.
No, it's absolutely disgusting how he speaks just in general, let alone to women. So then I did some digging. So he got his ass booted off of Big Brother. He's some fucking fighter of some sort. Fucking who cares? You're a loser. But
that makes it scary if like he has these opinions and he's in relationships with women.
Well, it doesn't say spouse, so he's not married. There's a fucking shocker.
But I wouldn't want to date someone who's a fighter and have those opinions.
But then, this is coming from Wikipedia, so don't fucking shoot me. But
no, honestly, Wikipedia is pretty fucking legit.
That's what I think.
I think it's well vetted shit.
So it says online career. Tate has used online profiles to steer traffic to his website offering training courses on getting rich.
Okay, this guy's just a con man.
And male and female interactions.
I bet you it's all about negging. This sounds like a guy who's like super invested in the idea of negging.
According to the website, he operates a webcam studio using girlfriends as employees.
Oh, well, there you go. That's why he views them as property.
What a fucking disgusting scumbag. Like, literally, there is not a word that is disgusting enough for this man. I hate him.
I know it's 2022, and in 2055, people will be saying the same thing. I know it's 2025.
Let's cancel this guy.
I
fucking hate him.
I mean, yeah, but does anyone really know who he is besides being an asshole?
You know what? I don't know. I've seen him on a couple of different podcasts, and I've seen other women like be like, yo, this is your fucking problem. Like, this is why people call you sexist and all of this shit. And like, I don't think he really has any interest in changing.
No, obviously not.
But also part of the problem is he's now gaining all of this notoriety on podcasts and all this other shit to further spread this garbage blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's extremist thoughts. You bring someone on and they say extremist shit, and then you get a huge reaction and lots of, social media analytics and a lot of interactions. And yeah, of course, it's the same thing with why do you think he got banned? We all know why Trump got banned, but that's, part of the reason all of the stuff with those politics and stuff dived off when he got banned off Twitter, because it was almost impossible not to respond to it. And even now there's, political stuff that happens and it's people say stuff and you're just like,
oh yeah,
it's impossible not to respond or add a thought. Yeah. Like, I mean, honestly, that says a lot about me. That's not good. I literally feel like it's impossible not to when it's very possible to just not make a comment on something.
Alex Jones with Sandy Hook. That's my thing. That is my thing 100% of the time.
I thought they got him.
They did. But I just don't understand.
We totally said we weren't going to get political. We're on episode 3.
It's fine. I feel like we can all hopefully agree that Sandy Hook happened.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, But like, I feel like, yes, free speech, yes, blah, blah, blah. But like, to what extent?
To not that extent, because he lost.
Because like, there like are kids who were literally murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to say that it's a hoax? Okay, well then you go bring those kids back and you give them back to their families.
You saw that in part of that lawsuit, he claimed his job was a performance artist.
I hate that man so much.
I mean, honestly, yeah, you are, because all you're doing, just like so many other people, honestly, there's some on both sides, but mostly, you know, from what I can see on a specific side, they are performance artists.
Yeah.
They're literally they probably hold these opinions, but they're inflating them to an insane degree.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're trying to amp people up.
Yeah.
They're trying to get people more involved. They're trying to get people to look at them like they're an authority. Look how angry I am for you about this.
Yeah. Well, like, I just feel like politics just in general has changed so much over the last couple of years. When I was graduating, or when Ryan was graduating high school, I wrote a paper for him. Mm-hmm. Because I'm a better writer than he is. So don't come for me.
Don't take away Ryan's diploma, you guys.
Yeah, no. But he picked the world's worst fucking topic. But now, being so many years...
We have to know what it was.
That the entire government is run by lizard people. So that was... But that...
Wait. Is this just because he was like... I really do not give a shit about this paper, so this is my topic? Or like, I watched a video and I think it's legit. And I'm going to make an argument.
So I don't know what the fuck happened, because one of his friends did that. Pretty much the whole world is run by a spaghetti monster.
This is giving me big, like, birds aren't real vibes.
Yeah.
Like those people.
But like, I miss when like politics were that dumb.
Yeah.
Where we're not contemplating if a school shooting actually happened.
Yeah.
Like, bring back the lizard people.
I would love some flat earther drama right now.
Oh my God, the flat earthers.
Would love that.
How are they doing?
I don't know. But I have to say, the funniest comment I ever saw, and it's so bad, but I'm going to share it, was this guy who was a flat earther. And he was also kind of like a daredevil / engineer or whatever. And I have no idea. I would have to go back and read about it, but for some reason he built a homemade rocket, kind of like that. Like, what was it? What was that Billy Bob movie? The farmer astronaut, the guy who built like the rocket in his backyard, kind of like that. And it was big enough for one person, and he was like going to go. I think the idea was that he was going to launch himself into space, and he was going to prove with his own eyes and his own images that the Earth was flat. And then also he said gravity didn't exist. And
amazing.
I mean, every kind of tenet of like,
I love that.
Like basic physics, like didn't exist to this guy. So unsurprisingly, the rocket did not work.
Wow.
And the men died.
But damn.
The first comment underneath this article was, damn, R.I.P. Didn't believe in gravity, but gravity believed in him. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but it is fucking funny.
You know who I am so thankful for now, being like an adult and like out of school? Fucking Hank Green.
The guy who wrote Fault in Our Stars?
That's John Green.
I have no fucking idea who Hank Green is.
Okay, so Hank Green is John Green's brother. They're both fucking smart.
I was totally in the neighborhood.
So number one, the two of them have like this whole, oh shit, of course now that I'm talking about it, I don't remember. But basically, they call it Crash Course.
Okay.
And they teach you about like history shit and algebra and all this, like things you need to know.
Okay.
But like condensed to the point what you need, right? Well, he's on TikTok and I love this man so much. So he is so smart. He covers all of these. You would fucking love his TikTok. But basically he talks about everything from like politics to science. He's literally a younger Bill Nye the Science Guy, but more broad. But he was talking about the new pictures from space, and he was saying how he spent hours and hours and hours and hours looking.
Me too, bro.
Like,
me too.
When like he saw this picture of the nebula, and then like the bigger picture, like where it was.
Oh yeah, I went down a rabbit hole about that as well.
And then some astronaut said, "Oh no, this is where it is," and then he kind of like talked a little bit about it. I am so glad people like him exist, because it dumbs it down for me.
The cosmic cliffs and how high they are.
Well, yeah, stuff. And like talking about how many light years is this and whatever. But it dumbs it down to where like you can understand it, but you don't feel like it's dumbed down. You know what I mean?
Because it's still incredibly difficult to conceptualize the size of the universe and how big things really are in relation to what we think is big.
Yeah.
Even when you do dumb it down, like most of us are not astrophysicists or astronomers. And so I needed someone to, like I said, I went down a rabbit hole to figure out where these cosmic cliffs were in the Carina Nebula. And it actually ended up being kind of like almost not even in the nebula. It was like on the outskirts of the nebula. But it was really cool to have like the zoom in, the zoom in, the zoom in, the zoom in. And it gives you like, and that photo, you guys, I know like you're not probably listening to this to hear someone just geek out about space, but I fucking love space. Like one of my favorite things I own is a Sally Ride Barbie doll. I love her. I love space. I love everything about it. And I also like say that knowing full well, like I'm so overwhelmed and awe-inspired because I know nothing about it. Mm-hmm. Like you show me an image of a black hole and I'm like, oh my God, it's a black hole. Like my mind will explode. My mind will explode. Interstellar, such a good movie. First time I watched it, didn't understand a fucking thing that was happening. Second time I watched it, understood it. Fantastic.
So he is an American vlogger, science communicator, entrepreneur, author, internet producer, and musician.
Hey, this is Hank Green?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Hank Green. And I'm trying to look up his like, because I would be so absolutely fucking dumbfounded if he did not have a doctorate.
Well, that's what I'm looking up Carl Sagan now for, because I went off of that. He is an American astronomer, planetary scientist, cosmologist, astrophysicist, astrobiologist, author, and science communicator. Carl Sagan, everybody.
Oh, apparently Hank Green. Wow, I bet y'all didn't want to like know too much about him, but now you're going to. In 2011, Green created 2D glasses, which allows one to watch 3D movies in 2D. He said the glasses were originally created for those who experience discomfort watching 3D movies, such as Green's wife, and consist of either 2 right or 2 left lenses from a pair of regular 3D glasses.
Cool.
That's so cool. Like, to be able to,
it's cool that he made something for his wife, or that was the origin of it.
See a problem like that and be smart enough to actually like
I'm just gonna say right now, it's not that this was on the docket to be talked about, but I just think it's super sexy when anyone in general sees a problem and very calmly just says, I'm gonna find a solution for that.
Yeah.
Or sees a problem and goes like, I can fix that, or I can try to. Anytime someone decides they're going to help, and anytime someone decides they're going to literally insert themselves into a problem just to try and help it or fix it, not in a way that's like, it's none of your business, but you know what I mean? Like, I just like people who are, I don't know, proactive. That's a good way to put it. Proactive is a good word.
Did you see the thing that I posted on my Instagram story about the guy from Bridgerton?
No, which one?
Okay. As if this man could not get any more attractive.
Is it Jonathan Bailey? Because we have wildly different opinions of season 2 of Bridgerton. So Jonathan Bailey to me is so sexy.
He is sexy. He's hot.
Because mostly of season 2, and you didn't like season 2, and I thought season 2 was like the season.
I just thought it was a little weak in some areas, but so
I loved it.
The Duke
Give me
of
the
Hastings,
slow burn all day.
Duke of Hastings.
He defended Florence Pugh.
Yeah. Which
and her nipple dress. Fantastic. She looked gorgeous.
On me and I would say thank you so much for your charity.
I love her.
I'd fuck her literally in a heartbeat. My God. I love her so much.
I love her cooking with Flo, like Instagram stories too.
When she goes, onions have ogres have layers, onions have layers.
I know.
I just fucking love her so much. But he was talking about how he like calls people out when like they're like misogynistic or like sexist or whatever. I'm like, you're so fucking hot. Like, stop. Like, I appreciate you, but like, oh my God,
it is so hot. And part of me is honestly kind of ashamed at myself for thinking that that's hot, because it's like should be bare minimum. But the thing is, so many things that should be bare minimum
are not.
Yes, it's so annoying, but like it's true. Like if I see a man step up, especially other men in his friend group, like that's not cool. That's not cool because of this and this.
Yeah.
Or don't say this, or actually that's a problem because this and this, or just like risk getting into like a disagreement with his friends or something.
Yep.
Very, very sexy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like, especially for someone like him, who's an actor who has, a really good situation under his belt, like on his resume. He's in other things too.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of shit lined up.
I'm sure
to
he
come
does.
out and like put himself out there to basically defend her is really great. I mean, I'm not surprised she got shit for it. I'm
so proud of her though. Oh my God.
Me too. And her posts were so eloquent on it. But I am surprised that one of the big issues, and I don't know why I'm surprised, but I am, was that men were kind of eating her alive over like, oh, your tits are small. Oh, you don't look good. And I was just like, I'm sorry, anybody is finding a problem at all with the way this amazing, sexy, gorgeous, confident woman looks?
Yeah.
What? I would kill. She looks bomb.
See, I wish my nipples were that cute.
Yeah,
That's
me too.
my issue.
But the thing is, if you were out in a chilly night in Italy on the Spanish Steps, your nipples might be that small.
Yeah, but like she just has cute nipples.
She does.
I want cute nipples.
Oh,
You know
I would
what
love
mean?
cute nipples.
Like that, honestly, that's my issue with this, is that I don't have cute nipples like this.
Maybe I do. I don't feel like I'm the best judge.
I don't.
Definitely in certain temperatures, they're cute.
Oh yeah, for sure, certain temperatures. But like, oh my God, she's just like amazing.
And honestly, her rack is great, and that's not even it. She's beautiful, period.
And she's so talented.
And to wear that and to not have like that outfit wearing you, or to not have like the fear of like how this is going to be. It's a big color.
Yep.
And not how is this going to be received, like kind of written all over your face, or that vibe being sent out.
Yeah.
Because when someone, like, you can tell someone's uncomfortable in a dress because it's too avant-garde or too much for them. You can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell. And she walked out there like she was wearing like her pajamas.
Yeah. She's like, what's up?
I was like, I love it. Like, she's just so amazing.
I love her
and
so much.
I cannot say enough how happy I am that she broke up with Zach Braff. And it's not official and they haven't talked about it, but there's enough hints that have been dropped that she dropped his ass, and I'm so happy. Go get yourself someone on your level, Florence, please.
I'm available.
I am available too. You are not actually, but I
I will make myself
available for Florence Pugh.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Love Florence, love her, and I'm so oh my God, I'm so excited for that movie that's coming out.
Oh my God, with Harry Styles.
Don't worry, darling. I'm just gonna real quick talk about like the absolute volcano of like aesthetics happening.
Oh my God.
Here we have Florence
So
Pugh,
hot.
already like goddess queen, like knocks me one down on the Kinsey scale, all that stuff. Harry Styles, same
Amazing.
thing. It's kind of the same thing. Olivia Wilde directing.
I do think that's weird though.
What? Which one? Which part?
Olivia Wilde directing?
Her directing, or her directing and then hooking up with him?
Because the fact that they're together and like there's a scene where like he goes down on Florence.
Oh, that scene in the trailer looks so hot.
I know.
Like so hot.
I'm like, oh, yes, please.
And honestly,
yes,
it's mostly because of her, because it's mostly from her reactions, like reaction shots.
But like, I don't know. Again, this gets into the whole like conversation about like threesomes and shit like that. Where like I could never have one because I need to be the center of attention.
Oh, in that situation, I don't care how sexy Harry Styles is, he would be kicked out of the room.
But like,
I'm like, no.
To be able to like be, I'm assuming, in love or like romantically involved with somebody, and to then direct them to do that and not have any sort of like.
I don't think at the time though they were together yet.
I don't know. This has been going on for a long time.
But they met filming this. Yeah, they met filming this, so there might have been feelings, but they weren't actually together yet. And honestly, I feel like it would be a lot easier to direct someone you were in a relationship with.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't want to
like,
see that
I'd
shit.
be like, you remember that thing you did Friday? Do that. Do that thing you did Friday. Like,
remember
that was
after
good.
dinner?
That was good. Do that, but do it like there's a camera like from above you while you're doing it. But do that
also too, because like realistically, he's not actually like going down on her.
No,
but like, can you imagine how awkward it would be to just have some man's face down there?
Oh my God, there's so many sex scenes that are filmed and stuff that I'm just like, I know you guys do like the little like nude colored G strings and all of this shit, but like you're still simulating the movements, you're still rubbing up against each other. It is still, and that's why I'm so happy that it's normal now to have like intimacy coordinators like on set.
Yeah, but there's a girl on TikTok who I follow who does it.
It's really cool, and I just feel like thinking about Hollywood sets before Me Too or before intimacy coordinators were like almost a given.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What a nightmare.
Yeah.
What a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
That sounds like when they were like, and they, you know, they would always be asked, how was it? And they always go, oh my God, actually it's more awkward because all the sound guys are there and there's a ton of people there watching you. And yeah, I totally believe it. But like, I would also like 100,000% every 5 seconds being like, don't get turned on. Do not get turned on. Do not get turned on.
Simmer down. Simmer down.
Like, I'm sorry. If you put me in a love scene with Harrison Ford, no. I'd be like, I can't take this role. Like, I'm sorry.
Okay. So have you ever seen the movie Zach and Miri Make a Porno?
Once, a long time ago, yes.
That is the funniest fucking movie in regards to sex that I've ever seen.
Oh God, I saw it so long ago. I don't remember it.
Like, number one, I wish we would get more recognition. And number two, I think it's better than 50 Shades.
Well, well, you can't compare them. It's tomato. It's like tomato.
But you can though.
One is supposed to be big air quotes on supposed to be a serious drama thriller romance, and the other one's like clearly a comedy, and then a couple notches down like a romance.
Well, literally, doesn't fucking Christian Grey say, "I don't make love, I fuck hard"? There's nothing.
I did not read the books. But I did read excerpts of it when it was still a fan fiction, a Twilight fan fiction, and the dialogue is so much more cornier. The way they cut out so much dialogue to make it watchable, and it's still not watchable. Oh my God, 50 Shades of Grey is so fucking stupid. And I'm really sorry if you like that shit. But 50 Shades as like a trilogy, a book, a movie series, whatever, is so fucking stupid. It's stupid.
See, I actually like the movies. But here's the thing. But not for the sex. I think, number one, I love the aesthetic of it. I think it's so pretty.
I like that one scene Tyler Hoechlin was in.
How everything just like goes together. Like everything is almost the same tone. It's almost like watching a black and white movie.
Like gray tones, like shades of gray.
But cool. Like it's all like it all just like aesthetically it just looks very nice.
Well, yeah, most things that have like Seattle is like the city that it's taking place in. It's gonna have that kind of vibe.
Beautiful. And then when they get to the sex parts, I cannot stand it.
Well, because
everything else,
it's cringe. It's cringe.
Yeah. Well, also too, I just think it's so stupid that she had to go full frontal and he didn't.
Did she go full frontal in it?
Yeah, she did. Bush and all.
Really?
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
And she literally shoves his head down there.
I mean, good for her. But like, I also, how did I miss that? I mean, I guess I watched these like barely paying attention to.
I think it's the second one that she does.
I watched these like barely paying attention to them. Yeah. I just kind of wanted to, like I said, be in the know of like these movies that were out, but God, they're painfully unwatchable.
They are. The third one I think is the best. And
that kidnapping plot was so nonsensical. And the motivations were nonsensical.
What was the one where he was, but like they were building the house, and she had
that's the third one.
The third one, yeah, I liked that one. That one was fun. Because it wasn't so sex filled. It was
okay, fair enough. I mean, no matter how stupid a secondary plot is, as long as it's not as sex filled.
Yeah, it was literally just like a really, really soft version of Taken.
Didn't she get pregnant and then he got mad at her and blamed her for getting pregnant?
I don't remember.
I think that's what happened in it, and that's so awful. Like, how is that in any way? Like, I'm just so the character of Christian Grey was just so. I mean, problematic is like the most all-encompassing word, but just really, really abusive.
Yeah,
and they painted it like he was just, this poor little boy that needed to get fixed. And she was the only one who could fix him. I'm like, we're still doing this trope. We're still encouraging this. Okay. Also, it's the oldest trope in the book, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's the whole bad boy thing. I don't like the bad boy trope when it's like that. I like the bad boy trope when the bad boy, you find out, isn't a bad boy at all because he's Mr. Darcy, and Mr. Darcy is actually a huge softie on the inside, and he's not arrogant, or he was, but the facts you spit at him made him reevaluate how he was presenting himself to people and who he was, and had him retrace his steps. That is the bad boy trope I like.
That's fair.
Oh my God, Jane. Oh, have you read the reviews for this new one with, wouldn't you know it, Dakota Johnson in it?
No.
So I think it's going to be on Netflix. So there is a adaptation of Persuasion with Dakota Johnson that apparently is a flaming piece of horseshit.
Of course.
I was game to be empty-headed and enjoy this movie.
Right.
Because Henry Golding's in it.
Okay.
Henry Golding in a periods piece. thank you. That's all I need. I do not care if it's good. But they're doing like a Fleabag style thing where the Dakota Johnson character, who's the main character, is constantly breaking the fourth wall.
Ew.
Yeah, and it just like doesn't work. And then this is from the trailer. She like, I don't know, she refers to her ex as her ex, which is not a Jane Austen period type of way you refer to someone. And there was a review, and I don't remember if it was LA Times or the Daily Beast or what it was, but I mean, they did work on this review.
Did they?
They were like, this feels like someone took a Jane Austen novel and ran it through an Instagram bot of how to like make this more relatable to like the kids of now or something. And it just like looks and sounds absolutely fucking stupid. So of course I'm going to watch it. I don't know when it comes out. I'm still looking forward to Henry Golding, but apparently it's terrible.
Amazing.
And I was totally rooting for it because Henry Golding.
So not a movie related to anything that we're talking about, but this week I decided to watch a movie I've never seen before. Oh my God.
What was it?
Confessions of a Shopaholic.
Oh my God, that movie's so bad.
It's so bad, but it's so fucking funny.
The whole time I'm thinking like, what happened in the end, like the conclusion, like the resolution, was so obvious. They should have done it from the beginning. Like you're screaming at them, just sell all your shit.
Yeah.
And also, you're okay to do this job because you've been on the other side of it.
But it was exactly what I needed. It was such incredible content.
Yeah.
It was so fucking funny. I was literally crying laughing.
And Hugh Dancy's adorable.
Her fucking dancing with her fan, and then she goes and fans her ass like she farted. Like
this has been a long time since I've seen this.
It was. Sorry, I'm getting a little too excited for.
No, I'm looking at Gig because he looks like a cutie right now.
It was the funniest thing. Literally lowest stake movie in the entire world besides like She's the Man. It was so fucking
She's the Man
funny.
is not a low stakes movie.
How? You can watch
I'm very invested in what happens in She's the Man.
Yeah, but like, it's not serious. It's just funny.
I feel like it was serious.
How is it serious? Channing Tatum stuck a tampon up his nose.
That was a good idea. That's the first time I ever saw it happen. And I was like, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, and they should have let her play for Illyria.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, common sense.
I don't know. I root for the underdog. I wanted her to win, and I love She's the Man.
And Sebastian Hastings is not a cute man. Olivia Hastings is beautiful.
Yes. What movie did I watch this week?
What do you like? Cheese? Gay, goodbye.
This dog so much wants to be part of this.
Oh, so badly. See, I got a little too excited, and now he's like, hello.
I rewatched Ever After this week.
Ever After. Is that it?
Actually, funny enough, I watched that one too, which was Enchanted. That's from Enchanted. I rewatched that one right after Ever After. But no, Ever After is the god tier Cinderella retelling with Drew Barrymore and Doug Ray Scott, who has, and I will die on this hill, the perfect hair. It is the perfect encapsulation of that 90s like soft wavy flop hair that guys had.
Yeah.
It was like, but it is not, but it doesn't feel like it's in a 90s time capsule.
Yeah.
It just works. Mm-hmm. It's so good. I love Ever After. Oh my God, I love it so much. Watched that, then rewatched Enchanted, was on just a fairy tale kick. Mm-hmm. So it's really funny that you sang the Ever After song from Carrie Underwood, because I was like, that sounded like a crow. I apologize.
Did you ever see Ella Enchanted?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That movie is such a fever dream to me.
Oh, that movie is a fever dream for sure.
Okay.
There's a lot. It's kind of like Shrek meets Cinderella.
Yes.
But the whole like musical numbers and stuff that happen, and Carrie Elves is the bad guy, the villain.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. Every time I think of Enchanted, I think of Ella Enchanted.
Fair.
And I can't separate the two, even though they are two completely different things.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Ever After is my favorite rendition of the Stepsisters.
Amazing.
For sure.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
I'm trying to think. What else did I do this week? God, I had a stressful week. I saw just a lot of stuff going on. was looking forward to having my days off. And then, of course, like the insomnia train hit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting less sleep tonight than I am, or these past couple nights than I am when I'm working, which stinks. But no, I mean, I am still kind of trying a new health kick. I mean, trying to lower caffeine. Yes, I'm doing very badly at trying this health kick.
That's okay.
Just because, like,
but you're trying.
I am. I mean, I'm trying as in like I'm focusing on it in my head. I'm thinking about it. I'm kind of trying to plan meals. I did see your post asking for like good meal services. Let me know what people say because I would like to know that too.
There's one pretty consistent one.
It better not be Daily Harvest.
No, it's not.
Thank
it's
God.
A place in San Diego, but they deliver out here.
Oh, nice.
Everybody seems to be pretty pleased with them. And apparently they have 50% off your first order.
Ooh. The one I'm into that I'm thinking about is the bougiest like meal delivery ever.
Bougie. What is this?
Oh my God, it's bougie as shit. It's called Sakara.
Okay. What is this?
It is, first of all, it's founded by these two incredibly thin, like Pilates toned white blonde women who both look like models.
Of course. Rude.
And of course their celebrity endorsements are like just, I mean, Kendall Jenner.
Of course.
These type of people. But actually, I've bought product from them before, not from their meal delivery service, which is like, it's like soy-free, gluten-free, wheat-free.
Flavor-free.
Honestly, the meals look good. That's the thing.
Oh, no, it can look good, but...
They're very plant-based, but the reviews have always been really good for it. And I've used they have something called chlorophyll drops and like beauty water. So like, I actually have no fucking idea if the chlorophyll drops ever actually did anything.
That freaks me out.
It just turns your water green. It doesn't taste anything. It just tastes kind of minty. That's it. But the beauty drops were like a mineral complex you dropped into your water, and it made your water taste like shit. Which made me think, oh, it's probably doing something. If it smells bad, feels bad, tastes bad, it's probably working. But I did like them. Like, I felt more hydrated with the beauty drops. It probably just balanced your electrolytes or some shit. But I have tried their granola, which is really good, and their meal bars, which are really good. But like everything about their website and like the tote bags they offer, whatever, is just so vibes. Which is exactly why they're doing so well. Yeah. But I think like if you get meals delivered for like 3 days out of the week, like 3 meals a day for 3 days a week, it's honestly like $350 or something for literally just those 3 days.
That's crazy.
I mean, bougie shit.
Yeah.
And you do not have any options on switching out from the menu.
Oh, fuck no.
Like whatever the menu is that week, that's what you get.
I am so damn picky.
But it just feels expensive.
Yeah.
And so I really want to do that one.
I get it.
But also, I mean, it's still, I feel like I never know when I'm getting home from work. Yep. So if it's sitting in like a dry ice box on my porch for like, I don't want to spend that money and then have it like just sitting there. Yeah. But I am thinking about the meal delivery service thing too. I might buy their non-meal delivery service options, like more granola, like their green superfood stuff. Ooh, speaking of that, have you ever tried Athletic Greens?
No. But I've heard good things about it.
I've heard good things too, and I'm thinking about it. I am not a juice person, even though when I have drank green juice, like pretty exclusively, my skin looks so good.
Really?
Like I've seen results. So, but I am trying to drink more vegetables because it's hard to find areas of my life to eat more vegetables.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a cop-out, but it's true.
Well, I eat vegetables every day at work. I eat pickles. That's a cucumber.
The spicy one?
Fuck no. Oh my God. No, the regular one. But like a cucumber is a pickle and it's a salad with dressing.
A salad. They have cucumber salads. They do.
Yeah. It's literally a salad with dressing that doesn't get all over the place.
It is a fermented cucumber. It is a cucumber that's been soaking in salt water. Isn't that what like the brine is? I don't know.
I thought it was vinegar.
It is vinegar. You're right. It is vinegar.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
And then like
I don't like pickles, so I don't know much about it. I just know it's gross.
Oh my God, you're missing out. They're so good.
I'm not a pickle person.
You know what it is though? It's nice because like when you eat a pickle,
I do like the snap. The snap
it's hydrating, but then it also gives you some sort of like zing because it has salt in it.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like
it's electrolytes.
Yeah, so like just as like a little pick me up like snack.
Okay, question though. Since we work outside a lot, on those days where you're just sweating a shit ton and you feel like a fucking beast, do you ever like touch your hairline or like your arm and can feel the salt granules? I feel so unhealthy. I'm just like, I need electrolytes now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now. Like, I should not be able to feel salt all along my hairline.
Yeah.
That is so scary to me.
It's disgusting. It's foul.
But it's like, no, it like literally scares me.
Yeah.
That I'm like literally that dehydrated to the point where like I can feel the salt on my body.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because it's your moisture going bye-bye.
Oh, that's why you gotta drink the water that has the salt in it or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I have pretty much committed that I'm going to at least try it 3 days of this bougie as shit delivery service called Sakara. If you go to their website, you'll see what I mean about like bougie vibe aesthetics. Oh my God. But like I said, I've had some of their products, so I can say they're good. Whether they made me feel good, whether they actually like did real good.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think I was on them long enough. Whatever. But I will right now, real quick, tell you how I've been doing it with the Dew skincare.
Yeah, how's that?
Eye masks are still fantastic. Still
Beautiful.
work great. The Instant Angel moisturizer has now supplanted my Holy Grail moisturizer I've been using for years.
Heyo.
So I
Love that.
I alternate between two Tatcha moisturizers. One's the water cream if I've been like real.
I loved the water cream.
It's really only
it's
good.
so soft.
It's amazing if you were already kind of like super oily and already hydrated.
Yeah.
Like if you already put on a ton of hydrating shit already, like that's the moisturizer. If you are dry, that's going to go on and just not even touch your skin.
Yeah.
But it's good for when your skin needs it. So the water cream, and then I use the Indigo Cream, which is like a it's like a serum in moisturizer is what they call it. And it's really good for redness relief. To be honest, I never noticed it changing anything redness about my face. I'm a very vascular person. I turn red at the drop of a hat. So redness relief. I don't think I have rosacea. I have never been diagnosed with that, but I turn red very easily. And it's like an all over face thing.
Yeah.
Like red, like the It balloon red, like concerning red. I don't think it ever helped with that, but it did keep me really hydrated, and it never pilled. I cannot tell you how much finding a thick moisturizing moisturizer that does not pill, especially when you're layering it over product.
Yeah.
That is something you don't see every day.
Yeah. Because I use the Charlotte Tilbury like magic drops. This fucking shit that's so fucking expensive. Mm-hmm. I think that is what pills underneath my skin.
Probably. I had to stop
like,
using vitamin C serum because it pilled.
Yeah.
It always, and I use the real good shit, the SkinCeuticals vitamin C serum with ferulic acid, and that it would pill all along the side if I put sunscreen over it, which is exactly how you're supposed to use it. And it would turn orange and pill on the side of my skin, and people would be like, your self tanner is coming off, and I'm like, I don't use self tanner. It was the worst. So I stopped using vitamin C serum after that. And it smelled like hot dog water. And anyone that's used that kind of vitamin C serum knows it smells like hot dog water, and you cannot get the smell off your face.
Ew.
You make a lot of sacrifices for vitamin C serum, and a good one. And to be honest, I do not think it's worth it. So I do not use it anymore. But I will say that Instant Angel from Dew Skincare has supplanted my original moisturizer, which is like $86 a pop. And this one's like 46.
Amazing.
Oh, I'm so, and it comes in an aluminum tin, which means it's completely recyclable.
Yeah.
As long as you separate the cap, which is plastic, they will like literally recycle that shit as is.
I love.
And they send you this thing called a key, which is like a little tool that you put on the aluminum tube, and so you can squeeze every single drop out of it to make sure you get everything out of it.
Does it like crinkle it all?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like free ASMR too.
Well, I think this is a really exciting time, but our podcast is officially live.
Woo!
You can now find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
I'm so excited. So if you like us, recommend us, keep listening. We do have a email now as well.
Yeah, we do have an email. It should be in the buy it now. That's not what I'm talking about. It should be in the description box down below.
So if you have any suggestions for topics, questions for us, any obscure dislikes, anything like that, we want to hear it.
We're still looking for details on girls who sell their feet pics or do OnlyFans.
We are always open to that. Always open to that. If you have an OnlyFans channel, I just want to know like how you started it, how it's working for you.
Yeah.
Like if you would ever leave it, what would cause you to leave it? If it's your main hustle, your side hustle, what's going on? I want to know everything about it.
Yeah. So, but anyways, thanks for tuning into the
Thank
episode
you so much.
3. Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited.
And I think we've decided that every week we're going to go live on Wednesdays, right?
Yes.
Wednesday. So this will be up next Wednesday, and then we'll just keep the ball going from there.
Wonderful. Have a great week, guys.
Bye. Have a great day.